Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War. This is Haarute, my name is Han, hello. Okay, so, Bleach, episode 15. Last time, what happened? We started second season. Okay, so Uryu has gone to the Yahabaha Quincy side. We have no idea why. I want to know what he read in that diary. Ichigo is training. More importantly though, at the end of that episode, we're having another siege. The Quincy's are once again invading Soul Society. This time it looks like they just transported Soul Society into like an alternate like dimension or something. So I have no idea what's going on there, but it looks like shit is about to go down once again. So I'm just gonna get ready for the next like 7 episodes to just be like butt clenching action. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. I really like this new OP. I don't like the new ED. Let's get ready. Patreon, check out the Patreon link in the description below. You can watch the next 2 episode reactions as well as full-in reactions for all of these Bleach episodes. Alright, that's about it. Let us begin. So, Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, episode 15. Let's go.
挽回を奪われた隊長たちは短期間のうちに挽回なしでも戦う術を身につけてくるだろうと残白ともろとも希望を叩き折り死神どもの身に心に真の敗北を刻み込ませるそれが陛下のご意志に他ならない瞬時に敵全軍を殲滅
Okay, sure. Just kill. I love this OP. I really do. By the way, just fucking Tide Kubo realized that the best shot he ever did of the Arankars was everyone sitting at the table. And he was like, I'm gonna do it again. That was like literally the exact same sequence from the After Dark OP as well. This OP has so much swag. It has so much drip. Bleach has drip again. I'm so happy. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh. Oh, he's not even in the Seirete, so it's not gonna fight. We just kind of lost our everything, so I don't know about this. 1,000 years ago. Okay.
現世からお前たち死神が最も警戒していなかった精霊体の中へと逃れた。そして精霊体内のあらゆる影の中に霊視による空間を作り、それをもって見えざる帝国。What
the fuck?
俺たちは1000年かけて悠々と影の中で力を蓄えたのです。
Alright.
前回も今回も
Oh god.
精霊体の社
Oh
を
god.
破って進行したのではなく
This guy is a guy I'm afraid of. B.
いらっしゃい。
バンデンライヒ皇帝補佐シュテルンリッターグランドマスターユーグラム・ハッシュバ
Ugram Hashwald.
後帝13体総隊長一番隊隊長強楽春水だ千年待った戦いを楽しもうって気はないのかい
陛下は平和を愛するお方辛い戦いなど短い方が良いと
We don't enjoy conflict here.
なんだお前いつの間にどこから入った
Y'all are dead. I have no hopes for the Department of R&D.
最初からここにいたんだぜ。
その通り
Okay. Kurotsuchi's here. This is a fight that I can actually see being a fight.
影の中に
This looks kind of funny.
影
Why is he
の中に
glowing?
世界を作るなど非常識極まりない話だよ非常識なことは嫌いじゃない
Why is she glowing too? What are these outfits?
情報でクインシーどもの侵入に影が関係していることまでは予測がついていた
Okay, that's smart.
救出の内部には一切の影を作らんように改造しておいたんだよ本当に賢いのは名前だけかどうか確かめて帰ってもらおうじゃないかね
Alright, war is happening. Hyorinmaru?
お前の炎は通らなかったぜ
Rangiku Toshiro. Oh man, this sucks. I'm just gonna get sad when this guy dies. The guy that I care the least in all of society. I'm like so tense. I don't know about that. I'm sorry, man. Whoa. Whoa, okay. K. That guy has a nuke. That guy just has a nuke. I mean, Nigetsuke Sats is like a really good ability, unless you're Aizen.
無駄な抵抗をやめて命乞いでもしたらどうだ命乞いってのは勝つ側がするもんな
Toshiro has like a cool headband now.
なんだ
いいえ いやー、挽回なくなっちゃったの悪いことばっかりでもないなーってのこと頼ってくる隊長。
This is not the time, Rangiku.
うなれ、ハイネコ
All right.
行くわよ。ミルフィーユ大作戦。
I like seeing both of them just work together. Though. When is Rangiku going to get her Bankai? By the way, where's Kenpachi? I just realized we just went through an entire Kenpachi thing last season.
出血大サービスで教えてあげる。
Explain.
最初に私のハイネコの灰で極薄の壁をたくさん作るの。
Okay.
ハイネコだけを刀に戻せばまあ素敵。真空の層を持つ氷のミルフィーユの出来上がり。魔法瓶と同じ仕組みで真空の層が熱を通さなかったってわけ。
最長角の残白塔の中で最も視界と挽回の能力差の少ない残白。
This is kind of true. Your Bankai is, I don't fucking know what it does.
補うために少ない氷で戦う方法を
Okay, yeah.
したんだが、程度の炎を防ぐにはこのぐらいでちょうど良かったらしい。
Your fire is not hot enough, actually.
真空の氷の刃で切り裂かれろ。
Alright.
クインシーたちと渡り合えることが証明できましたね。
Don't celebrate yet. Oh, we have a barrier. She's casting it.
先日の進行で精霊艇中に冷圧の痕跡をばらまいたのは失敗でしたね。
I feel like they're probably prepared for this somehow. God damn it. Well, he's not dead yet, but
お前の隊の隊長はどこにいる？3度目の回答拒絶だ。
she's gonna come in now.
変更する。
Oh, yeah, we're. He jumped in front. Yeah, he did. Of course, he did. He has a minigun? Oh, man, that's fucking rad. That's nuts. Click on someone? Okay, cool.
聞いていたより随分と文明的だな。
I mean, modern Quincy's. Is this guy just like a robot? Just straight up?
この短期間で術を完成させたということか。
I haven't slept for a week. Okay? Fighting.
無給竣工。
Why is her outfit like that? Why does she have a fucking top hat and a bow tie? Also cleavage.
あんたは別のやつとやってくれ。そんじゃ。追っかけてこないのかよ。
別にどこへ何と言ったの？
I didn't care.
君のテリトリーに踏み込んで欲しくてわざと煽っているのかね？
やっぱうかつに能力見せなくてよかったぜ。
What's that?
踊れるやつはソイフォンかね？
Oh, okay.
陛下の予想通りだ。あんたなら言葉の意味がわかるだろう。
It means that we're prepared.
小手調べの途中で俺を置いてよそへ行く。
Like, this is not gonna be that easy, so we haven't seen what this guy even does yet. Melt in the ice.
お前程度の炎を防ぐにはって言ってたっけな。
I just thought he has fucking screws on his ears.
届かねえよ。
Okay, his fire is strong.
バーナーフィンガーワン。
Is that a Gundam reference? Ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. Whenever a fight is too easy, that's bad. That's real scary.
まだ息があったか、化け物め。
息など元よりありはしない。
Yeah, this is just a robot. This is just a robot, man.
宇宙竣工。非常に有意義なデータとして受け取った。
Can he like learn it and use it? It's just a robot. He just shoots missiles and shit.
こんなもので。
Well. Okay. Okay.
今度は氷の霧がよ。こんなもん。バーリングストップ。なんだこれ。6位氷結時。
I mean, he just, yeah, like, we already established his eyes is just not strong enough against this guy's fire.
バーナーフィンガー。 そこまでにしろよ。バズビー、挽回を奪われた隊長は奪った本人に任せる約束だったはずだ。
Why?
冷圧が2つほど消えたね。
Well, that sucks.
もしもーし。
Urahara?
どうも私ですよ。小原です。
Huh? Huh? Are you gonna end the episode? Yeah. Of course, of course. I like that now that we have established that they had like a secret society hidden in the shadows of the Seirete. Now this ED makes more sense. They're all hiding in the shadows and always have been. What's going on in Ichigo Town?
器にあらずば抜ける道なしされどいらずば参る道なし
Like I'm trying to figure out what this
い
is.
ずれ死ぬる者どもの呼ばうその名はいらず三道
There probably is a translation, but oh.
あんたの命も愛みたいに壁に飛び散らせてあげる
The fundamental violence, I guess. Anyway, so she's probably gonna die next episode. At least she's gonna be part of a fight. I don't think she would have gotten a poem at the end if she wasn't gonna be important next episode, so. Alright, we're currently under siege number 2. People are probably maybe gonna start dying. This episode was pretty much just a long sequence of just, not even fights, but like the start to fights. So right now we got Hitsugaya and maybe Matsumoto versus Battleby. And then we got Soifong versus, I forgot his name, the Robot Man. Soifong versus the Robot Man. Also maybe Soifong's lieutenant's gonna do something, I don't know. I like the Robot Man. I think it's a fun like character to add here because the Robot Man is just a Robot Man. Like he has a minigun for an arm and he has like a bunch of like rockets that he summons like a mech. I have no fucking clue what his deal is. I don't know why that is a Quincy, but Kubo was just like, I'm just gonna make a Robot Man and it's gonna be fun. And it was. Yeah, that was pretty much the entire episode. It was just the start to fights. Just establishing a couple of things. Like, right at the beginning, they established that originally 1,000 years ago, when they went into hiding, they actually hid within the shadows of the Seirete. I have no clue what the implications of that are. Like, I was just gonna say that they've always been hiding in the shadows of the Seirete, or it's something that they did at one point, and now they're using that to their advantage. What does hiding within the shadows even mean? I have no fucking clue. I'm just gonna take their word for it. And that's their way in right now. Like, it sounds like they pulled the Seirete into, like, the Shadow Realm, which is where they were hanging out in. So, it wasn't them going into the regular Seirete from the shadows. They transferred the Seirete into the shadows this time. So, it's like the inverse. However, what I'm wondering now is, does that also mean that there is a time limit? Because last time there was a time limit before they had to retreat and go back to their original, like, okay, because the first siege, they came, assumedly, they came from the shadow world into the normal world, and that's how they infiltrated. This time they're pulling the Seirete into the shadow world, and then they're fighting them there. But what I'm thinking is that like the same time limit should apply, maybe even like shorter, because you're pulling way more things. So maybe there would be a time limit before the Seirete goes back to normal. Okay, we just gotta stall until that point, at least. Or maybe we can start kicking ass and taking a couple of these guys with us. But okay, let's see how this goes. But we are now in siege number 2. Hitsugaya no longer has a Bankai, and I like how he just explicitly said, like, out of all Bankais, mine is probably the one that's like the least different from my Shikai. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, because like I've thought about it before, man. Daiguren Hyonin Mari just sounds like back then Kubo was just like, I want to give this guy cool wings, and he's gonna have like a cool couple signs in the back that float there. He's gonna have a cool tail. He's gonna be like a dragon, and it's like, hell yeah. But what does it do? And then he was like, I don't know, man. He just does more eyes, I guess. And that's kind of it. Like, now Hitsugaya explains that like he can still make eyes, it's just not as strong as it normally would have been with his Bankai. So now he's trying to find ways to use a smaller amount of eyes in more efficient ways, which I like. It's cool. And he is actually cooperating with Matsumoto, so they create like a compressed ice attack, something like that, because Heineko turned into like sand or dust or whatever Heineko is, and then it turned back into blades, and then the ice was broken or something like that, and it all like shut out. I'm not fully sure what they did. They explained it, but they also had multiple characters talking over each other, so my brain couldn't quite process that. But that's kind of the gist of it. It was a cool attack. However, they did that attack, and I'm like, it's cool that they're doing a team attack. That's not my favorite thing. Matsumoto looks happy, and it's like, you know what? We haven't seen Matsumoto be happy in a long time. It's nice. However, I don't think that was the winning hit because it was too easy, and then it wasn't. So then this guy came in, and his fire is just too strong. Like, maybe there will be some kind of like revelation as to like how his fire works, you know, maybe he has rules. Because at first it didn't look like he was actually doing much with his fire, and now it seems like his fire is so much stronger than the ice that Itagai is producing. So I'm just like, well, maybe there was something that he used in order to get stronger, but then that goes down after like a little bit or at specific intervals, something like that. So maybe they can figure something like that out. But it looks like Hitsugai just lost the match. He got fucked up. And then this other guy came in and he was like, hey, I thought we agreed that the guys who stole the Bankais from each of these captains are going to be the ones to finish them. Hitsugai is just dying on the floor. I don't think he's dead. I think he's just dying. Soifon just fucking blew the fuck up fighting against the Robot Man. Again, I don't think she's dead. I think she's just maybe dying. Meanwhile, Kyoraku is just watching, as well as... I mean, I guess it's fine because he's also keeping the enemy commander at bay and they're both just watching. Also, yeah, Habaka is just chilling with Uryu. They're not doing anything. If they wanted to, they could, but they're not doing anything right now. It's always concerning when the biggest, strongest guy on the enemy force is just right there and he hasn't even done anything yet. So like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, we could like fight and survive and maybe we can take out a couple of these guys out, but like the most powerful guy hasn't even done anything yet. So like when he does, we're fucked. So it's one of those things where like, okay, we're fighting to survive, and even if we overcome this challenge, like there's a guy right there that's just gonna kick our asses. So like, I don't know what we could even do here. So we're immediately just like, we're following Hitsugai and we're following Soifon, and it's like, okay, they're fighting for their lives. Where's everyone else? Okay, there's a couple people that aren't here, like Byakuya isn't here. At least I don't think he's here. Maybe he already made it back here, but I don't think he is. I think he's just in heaven alongside Rukia and Renji and Ichigo, who's just training. Kokyun Tengen Myo was stolen from Kumamura. I was thinking Sajin. Kumamura is his actual last name. I'm just being honest with you. Kokyun Tengen Myo, it's like the Bankai that has done the least in all of Bleach. Like, that's the Bankai that every time I look at, it's like, there's just a big giant man with a sword, and it has never done anything. Because every time the big giant man with the sword hits you, it always swing it at something that's stronger than it, and then it's just a big giant man eating shit. Every time. Because like the size doesn't actually mean anything. It just looks cool, but the size doesn't actually mean nothing. Like the first time we see it used, he uses again Aizen, and then Aizen just like looks at it and it just fucking explodes. And then he uses it like twice and more, and every time it's the same result. I'm not too worried about Kumamura. What does this fucking Shika even do actually? I don't even know what the fuck Kumamura does. I think he did have a fight. Like he fought Tozen alongside Shuhei. I don't remember the way that fight went, but I do know how it ended, which was Aizen. But like before that, I don't remember if he fought more Rancors. But I want to rewatch that arc again, the Battle for Karakura Town. I had fun with that one. But yeah, we have Komimura, but he also had his Bankai stolen. And then we also have, what was the fourth one? Oh, Byakuya. Okay, so those are the four that got their Bankai stolen. But then we also have Shinji, we have Kensei, we have maybe Shuhei has gotten this Bankai already. Mashiro is hanging out with us. She's in Soul Society. We haven't seen her yet at all. We only saw her for one scene, I think last episode or 2 episodes ago, yeah. And she was like, I'm gonna train you. I want to see Mashiro do something. She's a Vicer. She can do stuff. Kuretsuchi, well, we see Kuretsuchi here. Okay, Ukitake is outside. Kyoraku is there. Who am I missing? Unohana is dead. Man, that was such a shitty plan. Again, Kyoraku, I get it, right? Like, Saraki's gonna come out and he's gonna be a fucking beast and he's just gonna kill everyone, right? That's what we're expecting to see now, actually. Saraki to just come in and fucking end every fight. But like, what's it worth to just pit each of them against each other and be like, yeah, one of them's gonna die? It's like, you're just reducing your manpower, man. And it's not like Unohana was a pushover. She was the most important healer, which is arguably the most important person to have on your team. And also she was a beast of a fighter, and she never got to fight until she died. Come on, man. I don't know about that plan. Okay, so who do we have in the Gote 13 in terms of captains that can come in and do something? Squad 1 is Kyoraku. Squad 2, Soifon. Squad 3, oh, fucking Rojiro. Where the fuck is he? Fun fact about that, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I don't know if you remember, but I forgot his name at it last season when I saw him. And I just went and asked my best friend, be like, hey, tell me the name of the guy that has Kinshara in Bleach. And my friend has never seen Bleach, but I was like, just look that up in the wiki and tell me what his name is. And then they were like, Rojiro. And I was like, yes, that's the one. Thank you. Squad 4, Unohana, she's fucking dead. Squad 5, Shinji. Okay, where is Shinji? Squad 6, I think it's Byaku. I think he's squad 6. MIA. Squad 7. Is he Kumamura? Well, he's I don't know. 8. We don't have one because Kyoraku went to 1. 9. Fuck, I forgot who was in 9. 10. Toshiro fighting. 11. Saraki is just gonna come in and kill everyone. And then we got 12. Kurotsuchi, who is here. And then we got 13, who is Ukitake, who is not even here. He's just missing. Okay, I'm missing 2 captains here. Who are they? Not 2, 1 actually, because Kyoraku is went to 1. Kensei is one of them. Okay, so Kensei is gonna come in. Toshiro is fighting. Saraki is gonna come in. Kurotsuchi is gonna come in. I'm guessing he's gonna do something. Soifon is fighting. Kyoraku is just chilling. So in terms of who do we have to see fight yet? So Rojiro is around, Shinji is somewhere, Kumamura is somewhere, Kensei is somewhere, and Saraki is somewhere. Okay? Okay. So that's 4, 5, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 characters, 5 captains that are still just around here somewhere. So maybe they're having fights and we're gonna see their fights next episode. Like, anytime when we're following one character fight another one character, I'm sitting here like, I mean, someone could come in and help. Like, I would like to just see someone come in and help, but, you know, realistically, maybe they're all having fights of their own, and we just haven't seen them yet, but it's all happening simultaneously. Kurotsuchi, he was developing some shit to make himself stronger. He also like gave himself like a fucking pimp coat that's just glowing for him and for assistant. I forgot her name. But they're all just wearing shiny fucking pimp clothes, so they're immune to the shadows, I guess. But he can fight, and I'm pretty sure he was developing some shit for his Bankai last time, so he's gonna come in and he's gonna fight at some point. He also has to deliver information or make some bullshit out of what Urahara tells him, so that's important. Kensei is just around. He's just gonna show up and fight someone. Shinji is also just around, gonna show up and fight someone. Rojiro is just around, gonna show up and find someone. So those are the characters that are Kumamura as well. So those are all the characters we can like expect them to show up and just fucking fight. Kumamura doesn't have a Bankai, but he might have the secret of the beast or whatever. We're kind of relying a lot on the Visor right here. So Rojiro, Shinji, and Kensei. I mean, they're Visors, and I'm guessing they have Bankais. They're captains. Captains usually have Bankais unless your name is Kenpachi Saraki. And we've never even seen them before, right? Like, when they fought Aizen, they just used their Shikais, and I was just sitting there like, why? But now it's the time where we should look at them and be like, okay, we're relying on you guys. Also, they have to be careful about using their Bankais against someone that can steal them, though. So that's a problem. But we kind of need to rely on them. But right now, the more immediate thing that was established right at the end of this episode that could work here is that Urahara has developed a way to reclaim Bankais. He works fast, so he's communicating that to Kurotsuchi. Kurotsuchi might be able to give that to everyone else. In fact, I'm assuming he's going to be able to. In fact, I'm assuming he's going to be able to just use it in the fight and reclaim the Bankais of the 4 people that had them stolen. And then they're just going to turn the tides in the fight, and it's going to be real cool. And that's kind of when this other guy showed up to finish off Toshiro, because there's no reason for him to do so, other than like a weird pride thing. But in terms of like writing the plot, it makes sense for him to be here, because then we can reclaim it from him, and then Toshiro can power up and just fucking fight everyone. So that would be cool. Yeah, that's gonna be Kurotsuchi's contribution right here alongside Urahara. But we're really relying on the Visor here. Maybe Kumamura with the fucking beast power up or whatever the fuck he got from his clan, and Saraki. I'm dead ass. I'm expecting Saraki to show up and just fucking end every fight. We haven't seen Saraki at all since the scene where Unohana died, and he was like, hey, wake up, and then he sees his sword and his sword is talking to him, And I think he has the same voice as Unohana. I'm expecting Saraki to show up and to just be such a crazy beast because he powered up during that fight with Unohana. Like he untapped his hidden power that he was restraining himself off, apparently. He also probably has his sword now. So, okay, okay. He's just gonna show up and fucking beast on everybody. That's what I'm expecting. However, that would be too easy. We have to have close fights. The question is, who's gonna fucking die? I mean, Toshiro is kind of dying. Soifong as well. I think that there are characters that are like way too important to just like die immediately. Like I think Toshiro and Soifong are both characters that are like cool and fan favorites. Okay, because we have characters like fucking Rojuro who don't feel like they matter too much. And I look at him and I'm like, well, he could die. But like when I look at Soifong or Toshiro, I'm like, okay, no, they're very well established characters. I don't think they're just gonna go out like that. If they're gonna go out, they're gonna go out in a blaze of glory, but it's not gonna be like that. So, dude, why is Ukitake not there? I feel like whenever anything happens, Ukitake is never around. The only fight he was in for was the fight against, because Kyoraku fought Coyote Stark. Who did Ukitake fight? He fought someone in Battle of Karakura Town. That's why I remember that his swords, what they did, I think it was like one of them absorbed something and the other one redirected it. I think that's what they did. But like, Ukitake is just never around to the point that it's like almost suspicious. But like at the same time, it is established that he's always like sick. So if he's always ill, then sure, maybe he just wasn't around because he was ill. But like, why was he just not there when this happened in the Seirei, you know? I wonder if Kukaku Shiva can like help out some way. It would be awesome if we could have Kukaku Shiva, fucking Genju, and the fucking Fullbringers just show up randomly and be like, hey, what's up? Like, that would be insane. I would be really down for it. Let's just not focus on fanfiction right now. Let's just focus on actual fights that we're gonna see here. I mean, this is the beginning of the fight, so I'm like worried about some of these characters, but at the same time, not too worried, you know? Next episode is where we're gonna start getting worried, I think. Next episode is when I'm just gonna be like, oh man, like, we might have some lasting consequences here. I'm keeping an eye on that robot man, because the robot man could just show up, he could just, why doesn't he just fire the nuke into the Seirei and just be like, fuck it, let me just blow everything up and kill everybody? Like, that's literally the like, we keep talking about Soifon's Bankai being like, oh man, we have Soifon's Bankai. Like that is the thing that matters. Because like Soifon's Bankai is not a combat ability, it's not a weapon. It's a nuke. Like when you're fighting someone, you don't just pull out the nuke. Like you can pull out a sword, you can pull out maybe a gun. You can't pull out the nuke. The nuke is something that like you start and end the fight before the fight happens. That's what you do with it. So like, if they have Soifon's Bankai, why don't they just fucking shoot it and just fucking be done with everything? So I'm still keeping my eye out in the robot because I feel like there has to be a reason why they got Soifon's Bankai. Maybe the only reason why they got Soifon's Bankai is because out of all people to get their Bankai stolen, Soifon's Bankai is one that is so removed from what her normal moveset is. So like whatever, we can take her Bankai, I guess. But if the Quincy's are ever going to use the Bankais that they stole, I foresee like the robot just like dying, and as he's dying, he just fucking pulls out the nuke and just fucking fires at it, and just half of the Seirei is just gone. Like he could just do that as a dying breath thing. The final poem of the episode was featuring the Quincy that's like the cute girl who fucks and kills hot guys. So she's gonna fight. She got a poem, which is usually not for Quincy's. I don't think we ever got a Quincy have a poem. I think every single poem at the end screen has always been like the main cast or the Soul Reapers. I think in the last episode, previous episode, I mean we got Sangetsu, Old Man Sangetsu give a poem, but Old Man Sangetsu, I guess, is Yahabaha. So I guess Yahabaha did a poem, but it was just Old Man Sangetsu, not him. I think we never got a proper Quincy poem at the end, so as a preview for next episode. So the fact that we got the cute girl Quincy makes me think that like she's gonna fight and maybe even die within the same episode. And I'm thinking she's gonna fight Shinji. That's what I think she's gonna fight. The reason why is because in the OP, and I mentioned this before, I even mentioned it last week when I saw it first. The OP seems to just tell you what the fights are gonna be, but they hide it. They hide the spoilers conveniently by just presenting it through the lens of like a casual hangout. Like we get to see a bunch of things here. Like Shuhei and Ganju are just talking to each other in front of Yumichika and God, I forgot his name, the bald guy. So maybe that's gonna be a scene that we're gonna see in some way. So fights that we're gonna see. Yeah, Basby's throwing a basketball at Toshido. That is a matchup that we see. Kensei is fighting against the luchador man. The cute Quincy girl looks stressed the fuck out in front of Shinji, who's standing sideways onto a building and kicks a sign to her face. Yeah, Soifon and the robot man. The creepy guy that kind of looks like Ozzy Osbourne, and then Rukia shoots him with a fucking fire extinguisher. I think those are the matchups that we're gonna see. Next episode, we might see some Shinji. Shinji versus the cute Quincy girl. I don't know her name. Because of the poem, she's the one. I'm pretty sure that is her. I think we're gonna see Shinji versus her next episode. I'm excited about that. I actually really like Shinji. I am a Shinji Hirako fan. I always thought Sakanade was fucking cool, even though it was kind of useless. I want that man to use a Bankai. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Anyway, so that might be your next episode. I am excited for it. I'm excited to see where this goes. But right now, we're kind of in the same place that we were last season, which is there is a siege and everyone's just fighting. We'll see how this goes. So I think that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. I didn't really say much, but also not a lot happened. You know, we're fighting. It's fucking shonen. Like, we're just fighting. We're just fighting. Some things were established, but a lot of this was just fighting. I suppose the final end credits episode where Ichigo is just walking through this path, I'm not fucking sure what's going on there. I'm really not. So we have the guy from Squad Zero talking about what's going on, I guess. So he says, raindrops fill an empty vessel. There's no raindrops. I have no clue what he's talking about. Wait, I think it is raining actually. Those who are unworthy to be a vessel succumb to its weight as it turns to stone. It breaks apart and turns to gravel. Pounding rain reduces it to dust. For such a vessel, there's no way out. But if one does not enter, there is no path. Those who are about to perish call it Ida Zuzando. I mean, I have no clue what that means. There probably is a translation. Like, Ida Zuzando is just like, I don't know, fucking the final rain. That's not what that means. Like, rain is Ame, so it's not Ida Zuzando. I have no idea what Ida Zuzando means. It probably has, like, more weight to it. If you're Japanese, I can tell what that means, but I don't, so. Anyway, I don't fucking know what Ichigo's doing. I don't know what his, like, training sequence is. I think he's walking through this, like, endless, like, hallway. He feels some kind of heaviness. There is some rain falling on him, and he just has to endure it as he goes through this path that we get to see a shot of it, like, becoming longer, so I guess that is the gist of it, but I can't say much for that. Okay, I think that's just the episode. I don't think there's much else I can say. I'm just excited for next one. So I think that's going to be it for this episode reaction to Bleach. That's in your blood war. Thank you so much for tuning in. And alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode reaction to Bleach. That's in your blood war. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions as well as full reactions, just support the channel, do subscribe at the Patreon. Check out the link section below, pop up on screen, all sorts of cool stuff that I do. I'll see you guys next time. Take care everybody. Bye bye.